For many young people, the name Charles Rubia may not ring a bell. But for several others, many of whom gathered here to bid him farewell, he will go down the annals of history as a multi-party crusader who touched the lives of many. And for a few of his old friends who saw him through the decades, they had a different perception of him. Nathan Kahara, who was the fourth mayor of Nairobi, attributed Rubia to having designed the city into what it is today.
He named Nairobi the city in the sun, and we planted millions of trees, and we renamed Nairobi Green City in the Sun.
Equity Bank founding chairman Peter Munga, on his part, eulogized Rubia as a man who strongly believed in the vision of equity.
We knew him as one person who had three things that he would die for, or rather he would pay for any price. That is peace. He really liked peace. No wonder that he died peacefully.
He described Rubia as a man who believed in justice for all, hence constantly falling into trouble during retired President Moi's regime, which saw him suffer detention alongside other multi-party crusaders.
When he witnessed injustice being practiced, he would always stand up and question why injustice was being practiced.
Rubia's sister, Peris Kariuki, described him as a tough man, yet had a loving heart, a man who cherished education and family ties.
And at a time when girls were rarely being educated, my brother encouraged me to go to school.
Siaya Senator James Orengo also described him as a true patriot who stood for peace and a man who was at the forefront in ensuring the restoration of multi-party democracy.
We should take stock of what we can do in this nation to make it a nation of patriots. You know, the people in this country actually, in their very big way, but in a small ways because we don't see it, are patriotic.
Rubia was the first African mayor of the then Nairobi City Council before he joined Parliament, where he rose to the cabinet. In 1990, together with the late Kenneth Matiba, he led calls for multi-party democracy that saw them detained. The late Rubia was a member of Parliament for Starehe constituency between 1969 and 1988. He died at the age of 96 while at his home in Karen, Nairobi, in what his family attributed to old age. Fare thee well, Charles Rubia. Victor Lo, K24, Evening Edition.